Hey, what is good, everyone? Today I'm bringing you guys an absolute demon build, okay? Probably one of the best ISO builds on 2K22 current gen right now, and that is the shooting slasher, okay? The shooting slasher, it does what it says it can, you know what I'm saying? It can shoot and it can dunk, which makes it very, very difficult to guard, because if they come out to the perimeter, you can cook up a little bit, get straight past your man, and dunk on whoever's under the basket, or if they're not playing up, you just pull the three, and then keep pulling it, keep making it, drain some buckets until they decide to guard you. So before we get into the video, if you guys could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But let's get straight into this. So position, we are going point guard, which is nice because that's going to make it super easy to grind your badges. If you're playing with randoms at the park, there's a high chance that you're going to be getting the ball off points and all that kind of stuff, off checks and all that, so it's going to make it a lot easier to play. Even on Prime as well, you're going to be getting the ball a lot more, so it makes it just really easy to play. Handedness, you can go either, it doesn't really matter, right or left, jersey number, it doesn't matter either. Then for the pie chart, obviously we are going the half shooting, half slashing pie chart, okay? That only makes sense for a shooting slasher build. Now this might surprise some people, but we're actually going to go the all agility pie chart. Now the reason for this is speed is super important, okay? Speed's gonna allow you to get past people. It doesn't really matter if you have like a crazy vertical if you can't actually even get past your defender, okay? So your speed is the most important thing, and because we're so light anyway, your vertical doesn't really matter. It's gonna go up a lot, okay? So the vertical is gonna go up when we actually make our player, so having the most speed is probably the most important thing. It's also to help you on defense a lot more. Unfortunately, it's gonna make us get a little less blocks, but also what a lot of people think is that the faster you're actually running up onto people, like if you get a speed boost and that kind of things in 2K, when you actually go for the dunk, there's more of a chance of you actually getting a contact dunk if you're going faster than having a higher vertical. Now, obviously the higher vertical does help you get contact dunks, but a lot of people say speed might actually be more important, so that's why we're going with the all agility pie chart. It's also just going to make you more of an efficient scorer, even if you do get slightly less contact dunks, which I don't think is the case. But it's going to make you slightly more efficient because you're faster. It's going to help you on defense. It's going to help you running the fast breaks, all that good stuff. Now, if you watch my videos, you know we don't mess around with these stats, okay? These are the final stats, so if you want to pause the video, you can copy them down, or you can just continue watching. So shot close, we go to an 85, driving layup to a 91, and driving dunk, we max out at an 80. Now, unfortunately, it's not higher. We would like to get a slightly higher driving dunk, but unfortunately, because shooting and slashing are two opposites, it does kind of bump down both those stats fairly significantly, but that gives us 16 shooting badges, which means we can get like a nice couple Hall of Fame badges and those kinds of things. So then we're going for the shooting, going to a 78 mid-range, a 79 3-point shot, an 86 free throw, and 85 post fade. Now the reason we upgrade the free throw and the post fade so much is so that we can get 20 shooting badges with only a 79 3-point shot, which is super high for 2K22, okay? Everyone can shoot as long as you have a good jump shot. Check out my jump shot video, but as long as you have a good decent 3-point shot, you can really hit stuff. So that 20 shooting badges is going to make us an absolute sniper. Then for playmaking, we're going to a 77 passing accuracy and an 83 ball handling. 83 ball handling, that's going to allow us to cook up. As I said, this is an ISO build, okay, because you can shoot and you can dunk, so you don't want that ball handling. You can definitely cook up on this build, okay, especially with some nice playmaking, dribbling badges, get some nice animations. With 83 ball handling, you can get pretty much all the nice dribbling animations. Unfortunately, you can't speed boost off rip, but if you get a few stats or you get takeover or whatever, you can speed boost, so that's good. Then perimeter defense, upgrade that to a 76, lateral quickness to a 74, steal to an 80, and defensive rebounding to a 61 to give us 5 defensive badges. Also, that's just solid defense, okay? It's really just a solid defensive build. For our height, going 6'5", you notice that's a very common theme with pretty much all point guard builds. You know, you don't really lose too much stats except for ball handling. Our dunk goes up a little bit. We're putting our wingspan at 79.7 inches, so our 3-point shot goes up a little bit, and then our weight at 175 pounds, keeping everything the same. So then for our takeover, you could really choose any of these takeovers. They're all great takeovers. It's really up to you what you want to do more. If you want to dunk on people more, go the slashing takeover. If you want to shoot, just green everything, go the spot up takeover. If you want to go more fadeaways, because you can hit the fadeaways, especially if you chuck on blinders, difficult shots, those kinds of badges, you can definitely go shot creating, but I wouldn't recommend it. Or if you're trying to snatch ankles and you get pretty high ball control, I think it's +10, so that put you at like a 90 ball control. If you go the playmaking takeover, you could probably snap some ankles with playmaking takeover. However, because you get the Hall of Fame shooting and slashing badges, I'd probably recommend you lean more towards one of the shooting takeovers or the slashing takeovers, so that you can just dunk on people, be absolutely unstoppable. And as you can see, that means you are a slasher, similar to Stephen Curry and the mellow ball DeJounte Murray. Very interesting comparisons for a slasher name, but I guess we'll take it. Okay, I guess we'll take it. Yeah, so you get called a slasher, which is obviously not ideally what we want to be called. I like to have a little 3-point something in my name, but it means people are not think you're gonna be able to shoot. They're gonna be like, oh, he's a pure slasher, he probably can't shoot, and then you just start draining shots on them because you're somehow similar to Steph Curry. I didn't know Steph Curry made contact dunks like that, but apparently he does. So it is what it is. Now for badges, this is how I'd upgrade them. As I said, just focus on like the main Hall of Fame badges you want. Hall of Fame Fearless Finisher, Hall of Fame Limitless Takeoff, Hall of Fame Posterizer, and Hall of Fame Slithery Finisher. As you can see, the only goal from this is just to dunk on everyone, okay? We don't really care about, getting some nice saucy layups with Acrobat or trying to make your layups like with Pro Touch. No, just focus on dunking on people, because you will just absolutely posterize everyone with this build. Contact dunks, chances of you getting them in this year are fairly high, so you may as well chuck them on, especially if you chose that slashing takeover. You have these 4 badges Hall of Fame, and once you get takeover, it's pretty much game over, unless they just hit more threes than you, which in this case on this build, unlike the 2K22 next gen version of like the best slasher build that can't really shoot, on this build you can just start draining threes, so it doesn't really matter if your contact dunks aren't going, because you have another backup plan. Then for shooting badges, we're kind of taking the opposite approach. Okay, we probably want to be like more versatile with our shooting, so we're going blinders gold, chef gold. Okay, chef is a really OP badge, especially if you're trying to ISO and shoot off the ISO and stuff. Clutch shooter bronze, just in case you need it. Deadeye gold, green machine silver, hot zone hunter gold, limitless spot up gold, stop and pop silver. Is that silver or bronze? I think it's silver. But yeah, this is just like a really nice like spread of badges, just gonna help you out shooting, help you get more greens, all that good stuff. Then for our playmaking badges, we're going handles for days gold, hyperdrive gold, quick chain gold, quick first step gold, and unpluckable bronze. Now we probably could chuck on dimer, okay, because you don't be getting past people a lot and all that kind of stuff. People always want to play help on a slasher, but you also want to cook up, and these are the best ISO badges, so yeah, you just chuck on these, okay? Don't worry about dimer too much, just hope you have good teammates and they can hit their shots. But if they can't hit their shots and they need help from dimer, I'd probably just downgrade like handles for days to silver, might take off unpluckable, and then probably downgrade quick chain or hyperdrive, and then chuck on dimer gold. But I don't think you should need that if you have good teammates with catch and shoot. Then they should be able to hit their shots, because shooting this year is pretty easy. You don't need a high 3 to shoot this year. All you really need is a good jump shot. You don't even really need badges. You just need a good jump shot. You could even have a low 3-point shot this year and be able to hit a good amount of jump shots. So yeah, that you shouldn't really have to worry about dimer, but if you do, just chuck it on. Then for defense, may as well chuck on gold clamps. You're a perimeter defender, so that's probably your most important badge. And then intimidator silver. You don't want people hitting contested shots on you, so intimidator is a good badge. And that's really it. If you guys enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe. Let me know if make this build. If this video helped you in any way, please like and subscribe, and I'm out. See ya.